Hi everyone, SirMariio here. I keep my journey in Path of Exile. I start playing the new league. I played Path of Exile before a couple of times, but for one reason or another I gave up. Now I decide to give a real try to reach the end game and feel all the experience of Path of Exile, and so far I'm loving. I was playing before the new league started, last Epoch, because I really like last Epoch, but once I start playing Path of Exile I gave up everything. I just can't play this game because the game is amazing. But when I go further in the campaign of PoE, I start realizing why dads prefer Diablo 4 than PoE. I consider myself a beginner in PoE, and I'm in that target that we call dads. It's someone that has a very busy life, have family, they don't have so much time to play like they wish. And I consider myself between the two targets. The gamers that has some time to play it, want to dedicate to a game, play whole day or even so many hours, and the other side that don't have so much time to play it and play it once in a while. This is not my full-time job, content creator. I create because I really love it. I love games since my childhood, like 6-8 years old, but at the same time I have family. I'm a middle-aged target, so I can see both sides of the balance. My experience so far is I'm starting playing Path of Exile, loving. Now, as you can see, I'm in Act 5 and the new season of Diablo 4 will start soon, so I start being concerned. Have I have time to finish all the acts, all the campaign and reach the end game before the new season of Diablo 4? That is the big question. Then, when I start realizing so many activities we have the King's March, the new activity of this new league, we have your mining captain, your managery, your hideouts, we have so many things to do. We go for our stash, and the stash is lovely because it's limited. You can have a lot of stuff, but look, the materials I have, so I have the cars to change. Now I clean all my gear to optimize the gear as I wanted. I have the gems, so we have so many things. I give you a pretty good example, and this is quite simple. I have this, place into allocate jewel socket on the passive skill tree. I was, what? Can I do it? Because this is totally new for me. Can I place this in the skill tree? And I have to go for a guide because I didn't know how to do it. But now, of course, I know. We go here, jewel sockets, and have here, okay, basic jewel socket. This is new. What I meant with this is quite simple. We had so many things to do that we have to go for guides or YouTube or articles or forums to know much more about Path of Exile. And I'm aware I'm scratching the game, okay? I'm really basic. When we go for the skill tree, this is my skill tree. So far, this is because the totem. Now I want to go here for the fire mastery. So I'm placing all my skill tree. The skill tree is amazing, but at the same time may feel too complex. So in the bottom line, there are many reasons that some gamers prefer Diablo 4 instead of Path of Exile. But for me, the main reason, if I have to choose, the main reason is a simple word, and the word is time. Because some gamers don't have the time they wish to play the game. So the human being usually wants to feel accomplished. They reach some goals, and here I feel that if I have very less time I cannot complete the game, or at least as the game should be played. In the Diablo 4 the things are much more simple. I know that the developers of PoE already mentioned they will get easier the introduction for the beginnings and new players, and that is other thing I felt. That's why I play a couple of times PoE and I gave up, because at the beginning is not easy. I died a couple of times in the first levels. Then when I start playing, push it, because I want to really push the game and create a decent build, then the game was really much more smooth. But even so, we have so many things to do. I just show you here a couple of things. If you are an expert in PoE, will tell me, look, you didn't scratch the bottom because you have much more. I already heard that the end game is crazy and I'm only in the Act 5. In the other hand, we have Diablo 4. In Diablo 4, the things are much more simple and straightforward. Starting with the skills. Okay, we have these skills. That's it. In Path of Exile, we can use a lot of skills. When we go for the skills tree, it's much easier and simple. Okay, we have here the skill tree. So we don't have that amazing skill tree that we have to lose many hours searching for guides, build guides. So it's much more straightforward. We have also the Paragon, but the Paragon, let's be honest, many players don't have too much time to play. Go for a build plan and go for websites like Maxrow, copying some builds from the streamers, or go for themselves, and that's it. When we go for the gear, this is much more simple. Okay, we are leveling. We found a gear, it's better, it's what I want, replace it. Sockets, we have here 1 socket, 2 sockets. We have a couple of gems, vulnerable damage, increased life, maximum life, and that's simple. In the Path of Exile now, we can recolor the socket, reforge the link. We have a lot of gems, a lot of skill. That's for players that are new, or even they know Path of Exile, but they are short of time. Again, the word time, because I think that is the main reason. There are a lot of reasons, but that is the main. They don't have time to go and search guides and forests and research, because the few time they have it, they just want to sit down, play a little bit, enjoy, and that's it, and finish at least level 100 and feel accomplished each season. In the other hand, if they go for Path of Exile, they are afraid they can reach the end of the league and they didn't reach the end game, and that is frustrating. Here is in Diablo 4 is quite simple. We have the activities, okay, the Helltide, we have the Legion, World Boss, Nightmare Dungeons. Then now we have the pits. If you like, you go here and do the gauntlet, and that's it. In Path of Exile you have so many resources to take care of, many materials to farm, and here in Diablo 4 the things are much simple and straightforward. I have to be honest with you, at the beginning Diablo 4 it seems the developers were lost with their goals, what they purpose for the game. Now with the season 4, everything they changes, the tempering, all the itemization, I think they know exactly the target they want to reach. It's quite simple. I'm not saying Diablo 4 is for that game, but they want to keep the game as simple as possible. I give you a very simple example. You have here the minimap, okay? You want to Curiosity, Oculus, and the players were complaining the last season the things are too far away. So now imagine in Path of Exile you have to go to the Whiteout, then go back, go to the King's March, then go back to the mine. This is too many times we have to spend to go all these activities. That is another reason why people prefer Diablo 4, keep it simple. And the developers were very clear about that. In some podcasts I saw it, and when they asked, I thought it was Rex if they want to develop the skill tree for a more complex, and their answer was very simple and very quick. No, we don't want that for our game, because they know their target wants a game that has really cool graphics, mechanics. Most of them are Diablo fans, keep the storyline, simple skills trees, simple passive. They want to improve the itemization, and that's it. They don't want many complex things because they don't have time. Again, the word, because I think that is the key. Now I understand, since I'm playing Path of Exile and Diablo 4, I'm really concerned with my time. So because I want to create content, I really like to play Diablo 4. The new season is reaching really soon, and I'm really scared I cannot finish Path of Exile. So I start feeling the same thing as a dad, if you know what I mean. So this is my opinion, my feedback regarding Path of Exile and Diablo 4. Honestly, I love both games. I think you can play both games. Probably we will not be the best player in any of the games, because if you play both two, you will have again the problem, time. I know I repeat this word many times because I think that is the main issue. So I will keep playing PoE because I'm looking for PoE 2, the new expansion of Diablo 4. But if I was a dad with a very busy life with my family and I have just a couple of hours per week, probably I will choose Diablo 4. That's it. Very simple. But if considering the end, all the activities we have Endgame, for me Path of Exile, it's a better game at the actual current state, if you know, because of course the game has already 10 years receiving content. I understand that. I love both games. So this is my conclusion why dads prefer Diablo 4 than PoE. Please Comment your experience. If you are a dad, you know what I mean with the dad, if you have the same feeling, if there are other reasons for you to prefer Diablo 4, or if you have very short time, but even so you prefer PoE. It can happen. Leave it in on the comments. Don't forget to give a like, subscribe the channel, will help me a lot, and see you in the next video.
Fresh meat.